The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 127. You get the Nasdaq off 25. Sorry about that. We get the Nasdaq off 35. S&Ps are down 13. We have the gold contract up $2.50 at $13.44. Silver's 19.67, down 14 cents. Oil is up 89 cents at $45.37 a barrel. Bonds, the 10-year note, up 6 ticks, 131.07. 30-year bond, up 11 ticks, 168.05. King dollar, down 222 ticks. And we start off the week. We kick off the week. The debate's not even until tonight, and we got volatility already.
We sure do.
There's no doubt.
Some little Monday volatility ahead of, talking about just captivating the country. We'll see what happens. I'll be watching those futures and see if anybody says anything meaningful, but
right.
It should be exciting.
And you know, what you do have, folks, is that the downdraft was right across the world last night. Nothing really dramatic, okay? But what you did have is that when you take a look at some of the numbers, so in Asia, we were down, 1.5%, 1.25%.
Yeah.
Europe, excuse me.
Oh,
sorry, excuse me. Europe, you get the FTSE off 1.4%. The DAX is down 2. I'm sure you probably just heard Deutsche Bank is having a tough time out here. Inside the DAX, as happens when you're going south, everything is in the negative. The DAX is taking out its lows out here.
Yeah.
Merkel's saying that they're not going to save the bank. Bottom line, folks, they'll save the bank. It's one of those deals. It's like, oh, really? It's the biggest bank in Germany.
Yeah.
So, bottom line is it pressure? Yeah. And more than likely what you're going to see with some of this pressure is coming from, they're going to make the bank dilute the shareholders more. That's my take on it. So what's going on is that the bank is saying, bank is saying, no, we're not going to raise any more money. And, she's saying, we're not going to give you any more money then. They'll raise more money. That being said, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner on the top, on the side. What you can do is you can bring up the exchange. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can follow along with as we trade these defined option contracts. And guess who we have? We got our man, Mr. Larry Pizzavento. Larry, what's going on?
Hey, looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, Lewis. How are you, boys?
I
What's
love
happening,
that
Larry?
start of the show.
It's awesome.
All the time.
I just want to tell you how wide your stretch goes to TFNN, because we had a guest from Dallas call in asking if Deutsche Bank has insurance on their accounts like we do, like FDIC. I guess that's what it is.
Right.
And I get no less than 6 emails from around the European Union while we were on the show, and they told me that it's 100,000 euros all across the European Union, whether it's, whatever country you happen to be, whether it's Spain or France or whatever it's going to be.
How cool was that?
Yeah, 100,000 euros, which is roughly $112,000, which is, not a small sum, but, some people have a lot more than that in the bank. They're susceptible to risk for the rest of it. So I just thought I'd answer that question for the folks.
No, we appreciate that. And you remember, folks, what happened in the U.S. when Lehman's did go down, they turned around and they made that. We had the same, we have 100,000, I think it was 100,500, and they turned around and they put it up to...
I think it's 250.
It was 250, yeah, and then they put it up to like $1 million. They put it up.
No, it might be 250 now.
They brought it back down. They put it up substantially, so people wouldn't freak out.
Sure,
because they were freaking out.
Yeah,
I was freaking out. Everyone was. I mean, it was like
you had to
move money around so quick. Exactly. Right. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna have to raise some money, Larry. That's
something's not right. The stock keeps dropping. Like we said, if it gets below $11 a share, that's not going to be a good time. It's already down 90% from the high.
Oh, yeah.
In the biggest bull market in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another thing. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you guys know. You have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
You too, man.
Thanks,
have a
Larry.
great one. Have a safe
You
one.
bet. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing that when you think that it's under the 2008 lows.
Yeah, big problems.
Yeah. And, hey, you know what the sad part, folks, is that even as I'm speaking with you folks and with Tommy, is that you're so used to banks going broke and now countries just bailing them out that it's disgusting, really. But that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yes. No, for sure.
Because if it doesn't happen, what's going to happen is that then there'll be like chaos beyond belief.
For sure.
So the real question is going to be, what does that do to the
and guess
currencies?
what? I mean, those $100,000 everywhere, that has to be covered by somewhere.
Yes.
So there's an incentive,
Right.
if you have to cover all that money anyway.
Right.
You're spending the money whether you realize it
You-
or not,
you
right?
do.
It's
You
already
do.
being spent, and there's some value, whatever that value is, that
There's a big value.
the federal government's responsible for that.
Right.
Those account values.
Right.
So
No, totally.
they could probably spend the same amount of money, right, to bail them out.
Yeah. That's a good thesis. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be talking about the Nasdaq when we get back, because you get a major problem here in the Nasdaq Composite. You get a major problem, major failure. Now the real kick is going to be, does it stay under this? Because right now you're at 52.78, and realistically you have to stand at 52.75, somewhere in there. Tommy and I coming right back, folks. You stay right there.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien and Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate your growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 113. You get the Nasdaq off 28. S&Ps are off 11. And the Nasdaq, folks, the composite, the number to keep your eye on out here, it's going to be wild watching this thing shake out, is going to be like this 52.75 level. You know, because bottom line is if it rejects it, that would be saying that it doesn't want to get back in the lower range. Inside the NDX 100, what we're looking at, if you're looking at the Qs, that number there would be approximately $118. Now, that one there is under it a bit. Darrell Martin, what's going on?
How are you doing, man?
We're doing good. We're beginning a week. We're going to have a nice volatile week. And, of course, folks, when you're coming over to the Nadex platform, bottom line is that you can also be trading the weeklies.
Sure can. I'm sure everything will have some action today, tonight, and throughout the week.
Oh, boy.
Any week where you have the word volatile in front of it is a nice week. So
there's no doubt. And I suspect, between what's happening in Europe right now, the debate tonight, there's going to be a lot of action everywhere. And what will happen, I suspect, is in the currency markets, it's gonna throw some high volatility in these currency markets.
I was coming back home last night. Me and my daughter went out to a camp this weekend.
Yes.
Where she was working with Martha Josie. She's won half a dozen NFR, big rodeo competitions and all that. And she got to work with her and. It was a fun little weekend. She's getting up on her own at 6 a.m., feeding her horse, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Brought me breakfast. I was like, that's pretty cool. But the best part of the weekend, honestly, it was interesting. We were coming back, and she started asking me about all these politics because she's seeing all the stuff flying up everywhere. And, she's like, okay, so how did our country get started? And how did the parties get formed? And what does each party stand for? And who is Hillary Clinton? And who is Donald Trump? And what is the debate about? And so it was really, it's sort of cool, but I'm having to lay out as much historical information as I can and just information that I know for. And, I was able to answer about 95% of her questions.
Yeah.
and so she's all interested. She's 9,
Sure.
And so she's all interested in the debate tonight, which is cool. So she wants to hop on and see that. And, but yeah, she had a lot of questions. And so, explained the whole Democratic Party and the Republican Party and how they've changed over the last couple hundred years. And
sure.
She's like, how do we become a country? And how do we get a two-party system? And what are the difference between a president? Basically, it's government.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, right.
I was explaining the entire governmental,
social studies, right.
It was social studies, yeah. She started to take social studies. So, because she's taking online school this year.
Right.
So she can ride, a whole lot more and compete more. And so she started to take social studies. So there was just enough to now ask the questions.
To be dangerous, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm like...
Especially this election cycle. She'll have plenty of questions tonight.
She will. And of course, as a parent, I want to, you always want your kids to, sort of think and vote how you do. But at the same time, I want her to know why she stands for whatever it is she decides to ultimately stand for.
Yeah.
Right?
Perfect.
And so I'm really trying to go, okay, here
Which will be a lot of different things through the years, probably.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and we'll have plenty of disagreements on that. And that's her becoming her own adult,
yeah,
and her becoming an American,
Totally.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you two have plenty of things that y'all have fun going back and forth on, and
just a few, maybe.
We have our popcorn. We have our popcorn
ready tonight. That's right.
And so it's it was fun though. It was literally. We're talking her quizzing me for a solid 2 hours. Just going on about, okay, what about this? What about this? What about this? The one question she asked me that I don't know, one of y'all probably knows that I had no idea the answer to, but why do they use an elephant and why do they use a donkey as their emblem? She's like, you think
I forget. I think I've heard it before, but I don't know.
See, I was like, she's like, you think they'd use something fierce? Those things aren't scary at all. But that was her one question she asked. I had no ability to answer.
Simple logic, it is.
Yeah. The thing a kid would be thinking, like, why use that She's like, I mean, he's a horse. I mean, he's a donkey. But yeah, it was funny. So it was fun.
And
well, you can never watch the futures market at the same time, and then she can get 2 lessons in one big evening of action.
That's the number. There's
because that you can quickly understand, especially if something happens to get said or things escalate.
I remember when we had the last presidential election, and I was trading during the election, so it was fun. So, because there's a lot of volatility going on right there.
Of course, for sure.
I mean, there was gun stocks moving, and I mean, just everything. All that happens with that. So, but
so are you going to be looking at trade tonight at all, Darrell, with that in mind, or just in general watching things? Is that
obviously the stocks will be moving during the debate, but the futures will be. So I might have them up. I don't know if I'll be trading tonight.
Yeah.
As much. So, but during the election time, it's like you got one who's, hey, we solve everything by locking all the guns up. We have one who's like whatever. And very opposite extremes on the gun rights represented, and so that will make gun stocks move. That's something.
I must be sick, man, because I'm thinking I'm gonna be watching the futures more than the debate. I'm gonna be watching the debate, but I'm gonna be watching. It's not that I'm gonna be watching the futures more than the debate. Yeah. What it is though is because it's such a unique debate. I want to see what the futures are doing during it, just in general, because that's like another cycle, folks.
I'll be watching them, yeah.
But that's like another cycle, so you'll get to learn something, or you might be able to see it at least. You know what I mean? Sure. So.
But yeah, it was interesting to her that guns, like in the last election, gun stocks moved a lot, like while the votes were coming in. Because like people were like, man, like if Obama gets elected, then all our guns will get taken away. And obviously, that didn't happen. But I mean that. There's all that fear out there that's causing that, and so are they going to get hurt? Or are they going to get, is it going to help the gun companies buy more? And I mean, they were flying up. I mean, I remember guns being like 4 times as expensive. You want to talk about an investment? Go out and buy a whole bunch of AKs right now, and wait right until about 3 days before the election. You can sell them for 4 times as much.
I don't know if I want to get into that conversation.
Seriously. Well, I'm talking about like at a gun show. I'm not talking about like black market.
Either way.
It's sort of like gold, but it grows up a lot faster.
I think one of the hardest questions that, whether it be a child would be a lot harder to answer this question. No, to answer it. But the amount of lying and the ads on both sides is just incredible. It's like how does this work? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like everything is just thrown out the window now. It's like okay, if you're bringing someone up, you say. They can say, hey, did that really happen? No. Did that really happen? No. Well, why can they say that really happens?
Yeah.
Like, this one will say this about this one. Some of these parts are true. Some of these aren't. This one will say this one about this one. And I was like, and what they like to do, and I was like, it was a sort of weird. One of the explanations I gave her, okay, was like if a friend makes you mad and you're like, man, I wish like, a tiger would eat you or lightning would strike you and kill you, because you're mad at them right at that moment. You don't really mean it, but you... Like, cause you would feel like really bad if lightning like struck them all of a sudden right in front of you.
Oh, I figure they really mean it though.
So, but like, no, I'm not talking about like them towards each other.
Yeah.
I'm talking about them saying something stupid off the cuff. But I was like, but it's what you're thinking. It's not necessarily what you like mean on a commitment. And so, but they'll take things they mean on a commitment and they'll make it what they really mean and stand for, and vice versa. And so I was having to play it. Yeah, I was having to talk about all the psychological games they play.
This is why we're in the markets, folks, because bottom line is that the market's either going to go up or down. And that, they mean it. You stay right there, folks. Tommy, Darrell, myself, we're coming right back.
If you're looking to discover a new financial resource and diversify your financial portfolio, consider the new Market Safe Focused Commodity CD from Everbank. This 5-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 6 equally weighted commodities, including gold, silver, copper, nickel, soybeans, and sugar, in one powerful CD. With annual pricing caps of 50% per component, you could earn up to a 50% upside payment at maturity if the commodities increase in value across annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. Take advantage of this financial resource designed to grow with the times. The October 13th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is down 118. The Nasdaq's off 32. S&Ps are off 12. If you haven't test drove that Nadex platform, folks, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can see the banner on the top or the side. You can hit the banner, bring it up. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. And so, Darrell, what are we looking at right here?
Well, I had the Nasdaq up. I was flipping something over. I got to flip it up to the current contract.
Okay.
But okay, I wanted to bring this up. What do you've seen, a few presidential debates in your lifetime. So what, and you talked about there being like just a really essential level over on the Nasdaq. I got Nasdaq up right now, the December contract now.
Yes.
And
well, the Nasdaq
what do you see as being a key level, and what do you see how the election can impact?
Well, I don't see I see the election. That's why it's going to be so intriguing to watch it to see whether it does. Do you know what I mean? Because okay. I don't, I really don't know. I mean, I'm still a bear, in general. But, to me, the Nasdaq failed today. Now, the question is going to be,
right,
will it stay failed? Okay, because you're at 48.26, and realistically, it's like 48.29, right around that level.
Right.
And what I'd be looking for is that if we got an expansion of volume today, then the probability is higher that you're going to follow through to the downside. So the S&P and the Dow failed last week. So the S&P and the Dow are pretty deviant anyway, meaning that they never made it beyond the September 9th downdraft. So that's saying, hey, bottom line, that wants to go to the bottom of the range. So the NASDAQ and the NDX really right now are the most important keeping an eye on, because you won't get a big downdraft if, in fact, they don't want to go lower either. That's kind of how I look at the markets. Now, over in Europe, they're gonna be yapping out here all day. I'm sure the administrations they got to save that that DAX, and they got to save that bank. And it's not brutal out there, folks. But what does happen? People have been watching Deutsche Bank for so long that it is breaking to new lows again. And our Justice Department is saying that they want $14 billion. And, bottom line, they don't have $14 billion.
Yeah.
They have $14 billion, but what ended up happening immediately is then they'd be undercapitalized, and so then they gotta either, raise more money. And maybe it's not going to be easy to raise. It won't be easy to raise.
Seem like it's
a little harder.
It won't be easy to raise money. Yeah,
they're not going to get the terms that they want.
They're
right?
not. They're not.
You got to get an FXCM bell out there.
But let's talk about it, because see, what's really cool here, folks, is that if you we're at the beginning of the week. It should be a volatile week, so you can trade these weeklies. And because we're getting a bounce right now, it would be really cool, depending on what type of bounce we got during the day, whether you're bullish or bearish, and that you can put on a weekly, either NASDAQ or S&P binary,
Yeah.
So how do you see the elections impacting the futures tonight as they unravel? Not going into
I think it's more
policy,
what you say is just whether it's going to add some crazy volatility, one way or the other.
Right. Right. My
just
take,
in general.
Yeah, my take is that the markets want to go lower. It's really going to be a matter of how much lower, and what I can't wait to hear is that what is the storyline, meaning who's going to get blamed? Because it's always and it's going to be different every day this week. You know what I'm saying?
And it can really only be a bad thing too. Not only anything can happen, right? But as in the market's almost at all-time highs, so it's like what are they going to say something, and the market says, you know what? If this person gets elected, then the market's vastly underpriced, right?
Yeah.
But fear could spread easily from something, which probably won't happen. They're training right now, both of them, no matter what they say, not to say anything to freak out everybody, right? Especially the market. So that's probably not going to happen either. But just in terms of fear would be the easiest from something gets said, I think, to have an effect.
Right.
Versus somehow them saying something and the market
that's going to send the market up another 1,000
just
points.
because we're where have we been? The market can't hear something and say, man, that's going to be. What are they going to say? Right? We're at 0%. As in, normally, what if rates were really high and they'd say, oh, we're going to cut rate this that. The market could go through the roof. But in this environment, that'd be really hard.
Yeah,
what's one possible thing that they could say that I can't even almost create anything.
I think
celebrated.
What they both can say is that we're both looking at them saying, "Oh, we're in more trouble than we really think we are," and then it'll take some heavy. People will just pull back. That's the bottom line. But
it'll just be a knee-jerk reaction.
That being said, folks, I don't see the economy going south no matter which one is is the president. I just don't.
No, I just think even tonight it's just gonna be like some knee-jerk reaction.
It is. They should have paid per view, man. It would have been fine. That would have been they would have basically got quite a few listeners.
Yeah,
well, hilarious. You can't start charging
Facebook and everything else now.
I'm sorry, what?
So they're streaming it on Facebook and YouTube and everything else.
Well, they say it's gonna be over 100 million. That's what they're figuring. It's a Super Bowl.
I mean, they can't imagine, right? Yeah. Right. As in, when you add up all of those avenues to, like you're talking about, Darrell, whether it's Facebook Live, I just can't imagine. It might be 200 million. It really might when you add up it all. Everybody at home is watching on your TV. Anybody in your, whether you're the younger generation, just pulls up Facebook and automatically that feed's like thrust right in front of their face, whether they want it or not. So just, imagine.
The Roku channels and
that's
all that
everything,
stuff.
right? Twitter, everything. That's where, so anybody on social media is probably going to be watching. And when you add that up to all the people watching TV, that's really a startling number.
Okay,
so that's actually what started the conversation last night, because as we were driving down the road, she was on YouTube, and all of a sudden it had like this countdown timer for the debates tomorrow.
Cool, yeah.
She watched that for about 15 minutes, and then she put it down and started asking me questions. So, yeah.
So if we go over to the NASDAQ right now, the futures, folks, what you're going to see is that right now they were as low as 48.11. Right now they just went up $20, so they're at only 48.33.
Oil's heading up, too.
And it's a nice setup. And, man, you got high volume swing low.
Right on the open, right?
Right on the open. And my take would be if I could get up to like 48.43, yeah. That would be ice. That was where it started trading down last night.
Yeah, like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, so if we go over, and one of the Tigers brought
Which
that
is
up.
Europe, I think, when Europe opens, right?
Exactly, right. And when Europe first opened, folks, it wasn't that bad. Bottom line is that it got a lot worse as the day was going on. But if we pull up the Nadex platform, so Because what I'm thinking is going to happen here is that you're going to get a good bounce, and maybe around noontime, these things will be ready to basically get a weekly. The reason being, the reason being is that because we've already been down there today, so the probability gets higher that with a decent bounce.
Definitely. These are the binaries that for the week that I have up here for the NASDAQ 100. Right?
Okay, perfect. Okay, so
because you're down a little bit from where they got calibrated, still, your greatest risk reward is going to be 47.78. So you're looking at about 53 points to the downside.
That's not bad.
No.
Especially
and for that, you're risking about 27.25 per.
Okay.
So
I want it up a little bit higher.
And that's what I thought you were by now.
Stay right there, folks. Darrell, Tom, and myself will come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow down 106, the Nasdaq's off 28, S&Ps are off 11, and we're looking at these different Nadex binary contracts on a weekly basis.
Yeah, so we were looking at the NASDAQ 100, right? You're saying kind of the best risk reward right now, you'd be risking about 28 with like a max profit of 72 for the 100. And you were looking for something a little bit better in terms of risking a little bit less. And so, you know, there's just the different indices. I asked you if it had to be the NASDAQ, and you said no, the S&P 500 is even weaker maybe. And on the S&P 500, there's more options there. And this is the S&P 500. Now I pulled it back so that we can see all of the options. That's why it doesn't look like there's much movement today, but there is just as much. We'll pull it up again. But that's where you have more options. And if you want to go to the short side, you definitely have trades. Whether you're risking 11 here for 2107, so you're talking about 40 points, 40 S&P points to the downside. Or even 2119, which is similar to almost risking 1 to make 4.
That is. And now on the upside, see that so 2119, that's not that much movement for the S&P when we just
you are talking about like 1.4% maybe, 1 point. Just
I'm with you, but I believe the S&P was already down 19, or maybe they weren't down that much.
No, keep it in relation to where
25 points, 26, yeah.
But still, it's early Monday morning, and you have till Friday afternoon. So we've seen, good movement this morning.
And you got a bank.
Yes, right. Yeah, you have some elements that you'd want to have on your side if you were making a risking, 1 to make 4 type of a trade for sure.
6. So we
be interesting to see how everything is priced even tomorrow versus today. Right.
Right. No, there's no doubt. That's going to be.
It's like a go nothing. That'll calm things down for sure.
Right. Now the way that this is set up right now, it's almost like I'd like to get it right. Even the S&Ps, the futures were 2147. I'd like to see that 2152. Just one more
Again,
little
you're going
spike.
back to kind of right where it started at 3 in the morning.
I am.
Yeah.
I am, because it's like that one spike. What would happen with that one spike is this, folks, is that you have some good volume down at the lows. So you know that it's already traveled that route once. It's like, okay, so you very well could travel that route once again.
Definitely.
Yeah. The gold contract, what you have out here with gold, and I'm trying to figure out, gold hasn't been, the metal itself has held up, but you just don't have the conviction inside the move. And I think where the danger comes down is that when they sell everything, they sell everything. And it looks like there's been a seller that's been laying out here at that 1360 area for quite some time. You saw it big on July 12th. You saw it big on August 5th. And then you saw it on a smaller basis on September 8th and 9th. But
how about oil? Keep up.
Yeah, oil.
Oil's got quite a rise today.
Oil has, oil's. And it's amazing, just like Andy Heck was talking about, the Saudis, they're trying to talk this up beyond belief. So oil got smoked on Friday, right? Yeah. And then all weekend long, the Saudis are talking that, hey, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I saw it come across Saturday morning.
We're gonna talk about talking.
We're gonna talk. Let me see what it says now, because I cracked up, because the first one was that maybe found. Well,
yeah, you're only looking at like the last hour.
Yeah, there's been plenty of them like, we really do want to talk this time. You know what I mean? Because, of course, on Friday, this thing went south so quick, it was unbelievable. And the news there, the thing that's amazing is that it really is a news-driven market. It's like, it just said that, well, no, they're not serious about talking. Well, that's been going on for
It's all speculation.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's been going on forever. CLX6. So when we do take a look at this, and remember, folks, inside the Nadex platform, you can trade oil, too. And oil's pretty cool trading inside that platform.
Yeah. You get inventory numbers Wednesday, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so we came down Friday with 718,000 contracts. You're going up today on 268,000. This can't get out of its own way either. Yeah. So I think the currencies tonight, you'll get some movement in. And, a lot is going to depend on right where we close today, And,
I could see some oil or energy stocks moving tonight,
right,
with things being said, whether each one for the positive or negative, for sure. Because they introduce a few specifics of what they do for energy regulation or on either side. That
or
could
foreign
be
policy.
Right. Just moving. They could have a few details that on that type, whether it's regulation or lack of regulation, that might move. Oil, or
no. If they get to real questions,
that's a great way to put it.
A real question's going to be, the amount of money that's stashed overseas. Our companies claim that they have big taxes. Well, our companies bottom line folks may have big taxes if they kept their money in the United States, but they don't, which is smart. I mean, that's because it's a worldwide company. There's no reason to keep it in the United States.
Sure.
So there's huge amounts of billions across the world, and the real question is going to be, do all these governments get together and say, you know what? We want to crack down, because that's where they seem to be going, little by little. That's where they're trying to go.
Sure. The ones that charge the high rates are trying to pressure all the other ones into it. Yeah.
Oh well, you know what? This is the sad part. They're all bureaucracies, right? And bureaucracy to me is just a big, large corporation, and so that's just another company.
Right.
So it's those companies.
Oh, of course.
They're all trying to grow.
They're all trying to grow, man.
Totally.
They all want the
ones
bread.
charging small amounts are trying to grow by grabbing a little. They'd rather get a little bit of a whole lot. They get nothing at all, so why not charge a low rate? So at least they're getting something.
And the problem is with a bureaucracy, most of the time you can't get anything back from them. Once a bureaucracy grows, man, you know what I mean? They're insulated, and politicians come and go, but bureaucracies, man, they stay there, and they just keep getting bigger and fatter and more powerful. I'm telling you. Let's see. So,
what are some of the most active? What's going on today?
Yeah, let's find out what's happening. Okay, so some of the higher volume stocks out here. We have Twitter's down 66. Someone's going to end up taking over Twitter, I guess.
And that would make sense. I mean, it's something where really smart people can monetize a company somehow like that.
Right.
I mean, whether we tweeted TFNN.
Yeah.
And I'm not a huge Twitter person myself, but I'm on there. But it is a cool platform, and much more than just a cool platform, but just in the way that information can flow. That's something that would be really hard to replace, right? So you put that into perspective, and really smart people can monetize that somehow.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I find the fascinating thing about Twitter is when something's said publicly, how public people will hop on and say something back.
Yeah, and there's that constant,
but to me, that almost is like the most useful piece that happens on Twitter is when somebody says something. It's like, oh, I can reply to you and to the entire world right now on Twitter.
Yeah,
and it seems to be one of the biggest trends I'm seeing now is somebody says something about somebody on TV, and boom, they're like, you know what, this is what I think, and it's all of a sudden there's another person in the conversation.
Yeah, and that's the same way with news, and that anybody can report news, anybody can speak their opinion, and Twitter is kind of a platform that's dominated that, and guess what? That's an important platform, and so it's not going anywhere.
You can run with they can fight it. Whoever's on both sides.
Right.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy, Darrell, myself, we're coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's down 96, Nasdaq's off 30, S&P's down 10. We're going to be right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016, and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, it couldn't be a better week. Seriously, go out there, hit the banner, bring it up. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. And I'd suggest that you start with a couple of these weeklies. And what I don't want you to do, folks, what ends up happening is that if you're just starting, you'll get into the binaries first anyway, because that's just how it seems to go.
But especially if you're on the demo account, right?
On the
where
demo
you're just getting
account,
used to
right.
things. You want to pay attention. You want to have a little action.
They're easier to understand.
They are.
And that's it, and then you're watching the market.
Trade
right.
consistently, but easier to understand.
Right, I agree. Yeah, definitely.
And then we're going to push you into the spreads after that, because the spreads are just like trading the futures. But I would say that this week, I mean, the binaries, could get you what you need, and that's whether you're bullish or bearish, because guess what? We don't know what's going to come out here.
For sure.
And what you do have,
we do not.
And what you do have over in Europe, the DAX is still down over 200, but Draghi's out there trying to basically calm nerves out there.
Yeah.
And
so you have currencies. They have the different indices. They have whether it's oil, right? Oil.
Yeah.
You could do a weekly, and then you have the inventory numbers on Wednesday as well. So lots of options on Monday.
Huge amount of options. And of course, don't forget, folks, no matter where you are in the country right now, if you happen to be listening in your car, remember that you can get us right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, you hit Tiger TV. Man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. And then we're going to Thinkorswim headquarters. Steve Rhodes will be back. Dave White, I'll be back this afternoon. Bottom line, you can expect that volatility to continue inside these marketplaces. And
then go grab some dinner, heat up some popcorn, and get ready.
And get ready for action. And in fact, what's so cool, folks, is that the Nadex platform, you can be trading on that right when
you sure can.
Yeah,
you can be watching the demo account if that's all you got. But yeah, for sure.
You want to make it memorable, trade during it. There you go.
Totally. This is gonna be a memorable event, no doubt.
It'll be a more active evening than it usually is. That's for sure.
Oh my God!
In the markets and across the country.
I'm telling you, I was
not your average Monday afternoon.
Yeah, right.
So last night, folks, I was buying the popcorn last night.
Good work.
And at the shop, the woman said, "Man, you really know what you want." I says, "Oh yeah, I've bought a bunch of these so far."
Tell her this was no joking matter.
And I told her,
ready.
I says it's for the debate, and she says, "Oh, I'm so happy! I'm off at 5 o'clock. I can't wait either."
Awesome.
It was perfect. It really was.
That's good work.
I should have asked if she had her popcorn.
Yeah, hopefully she's got it. The homemade stuff, right? She's got the inside track.
Inside track. Darrell, you know what we have? I gotta get you some. But we have popcorn that has white chocolate on it.
Oh wow, yeah, I need that.
No presidential debate with you gotta have a little gourmet popcorn.
Exactly. I need some gourmet white chocolate popcorn. Help me keep my weight on.
For tonight's event, it would be nothing less, man. You can't skimp on the popcorn for an event.
I've lost 30 pounds.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Fantastic, dude.
That's
nice.
Getting it off, man. Taking a page out of Nico's book.
You must be feeling good. That's great, man.
I am. Yeah.
Good
so I'm trying to My goal is to lose a minimum of 20 by the end of the year.
Yep.
Trying to lose 40 by the end of the year.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's just a different lifestyle, and you'll do it. And then you'll live another 50 years, 100 years.
The only thing I've changed so far is food.
That's all.
It's a big one, man. It is. No matter how much you work out, it is.
Right.
I found it myself. You guys pay attention.
After I get my, my kidneys a little, out of whack there with kidney stones and all that. So once I get all that done, then I'm going to move to, my goal is 6 miles a day. I'm going to walk 2 miles a day, 3 times a day.
Good work, man. Crush it.
Yeah,
Perfect.
step by step.
It's a beautiful thing. Step by step, life's a cinch, man.
That's right.
There you go.
You stay right there, man. Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Darrell, thanks so much. Tom, thanks.
Thanks, man.
Have a great one. Have a safe one, folks. And have a fun time tonight, too. Entertainment at the utmost.
You got it.
Hey, dude, we'll be right back for you.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.